O Tashidele, dear students, welcome back. It's very nice to see you again in our fifth lecture today. We are going to be talking about the superscript letters that in Tibetan we call the Go-Chen letters. Genla is showing you this word in Tibetan. So the word Go, we can spell it out almost together, right? What is this? Mao Ga naro go. This means head. And then the next word, let's spell it out together. Cha na chen. Go chen. What does that mean? Chen means something which is endowed with, possessing, or with. So the letters that have a head, that possess a head, are called the superscript letters, or we like to call them also head letters, so as to render the actual Tibetan word. So now, these superscript letters, we're going to find them in a slightly different form than the one that we have already seen them in. So the three superscript letters that we're going to study are the letters Ra, La, and Sa. Those are the only letters that can become the little head of certain root letters that they will be combined with. All right. Genla is going to go over all of the spelling aloud with you and all of the pronunciation. But before I explain what the spelling is about today, I wanted to say, Genla, if you can just scroll down just a little bit so we can see the actual shape of the rango, the lango, and the sango. Just before the page above. There you go. Okay, so if you guys look in the example where we have written the letters with these new superscript letters, you see that the Ra doesn't appear in its full shape. It's just kind of half of Ra, if you will. So the little tail of the Ra is no longer there. All right. So that's what's going to happen, is that the letter is going to look a slightly bit different than the way that it looked in the alphabet in the 30 consonants. Then La is actually going to be full La, because otherwise it might be a little bit harder not to have the full La. Maybe the strokes will be confusing. So the La is there fully. And then the Sa is also there fully. All right. So the only one that will change for now will be the Ra. Now, these ones are called, so the superscript letters with the Ra are called Rango. Why? Because Ra is the name of the letter and Go means head. So that means the letters which possess the head of the Ra. So that they're called Rango. That's the name that you have written in there. The superscript letters La are called Lango. Same thing, because they possess the head of a La. All right. And then the superscript letters that possess the Sa are called Sango, following exactly the same format. Okay. So now I'll just say one quick thing about the spelling, and then you'll be able to fully listen to Genla's pronunciation. When we spell aloud with the superscript letters, remember how yesterday in our lecture number 4, we were discussing the way to actually introduce the fact that we were spelling aloud a word that contained a prefix. And for that, we were using the word wok. Remember, we were saying mao, for example. Now, this term wok means something in Tibetan. In the same way, here now, when we add a superscript letter, we have to tell that we're actually adding a superscript letter so that we understand the position of that letter with regards to the entire syllable. I hope that makes sense. So the way that the spelling aloud goes is that first we voice the name of the superscript letter. So for example, if we have a Ra as a superscript, we'll say Ra. And then we will immediately say the name of the root letter that is going to come underneath. In this case, what letter is that? That's a Ka. So we're going to say Ka. And following that, we're going to add a word which is actually a verb. that is pronounced as tak. So actually you can see the Tibetan word and you can see the pronunciation as well. Paotaka sa tak is this verb that means attached. So what we're saying is the ra is attached to the letter ka. But because the Tibetan language has a different syntax, the verb comes in the end. So that's why we say first superscript, then the root letter name, then we say tak, which is the verb, and then we give the resultant sound. So we're going to say ra, ka, tak, and then the result of that. Okay? I hope that is very clear. If not, don't worry. You are going to hear Genla repeat it again and again. So that's for the spelling. Now, I want to talk a little bit about the rules of pronunciation. What happens when we have the three superscript letters Rango, Lango, and Sango? So again, here we are going to have two sound variations that happen. So do you remember, again, our alphabet by columns? It's really important that you keep them in mind. Thank you, Genla. Here we go. We're back to our columns that are color-coded. So if we look at all the letters of the third column, and this will be familiar because we've been talking about this, all of these letters are going to lose their aspiration when they encounter a head letter. Does this ring a bell? This is something that we were studying in yesterday's lecture, also with the prefixes. So the rule is going to be the same as with the prefixes, all right? So every time that you see ka, cha, ta, pa, za, and one of these letters, they're gonna lose their aspiration. So exactly as we've learned with the prefixes, that rule remains. Now the second rule, let's go to the neighboring column in green. And those are the nasals or the very female letters, remember? So these guys, what happened to them? If you remember from yesterday's lecture, with the prefixes, the rule is exactly the same, which is what? It is that these nasals that inherently have a low tone sound are going to now become high tone. All right? So just those two modifications of sound are going to be produced by the head letters ra, la, and sa. That's all. Are you ready now to hear and to see and practice how it works? All right, Genla, over to you.
Okay. One good thing is because you see here in the third column, and the below here you see the light green. All of these, there's no how to say head letters. No more coming head letters. Also here in the second column, just head letters come first column, and this third column, and then fourth column. Only this. You don't need to think for these below light greens. Okay.
Yeah, that's really, really good to know.
So, okay, let's do this. Yeah, we have already here. So we do from here. So suppose here spelling out with the rango. Okay, looks like rako, right? But there's comes like rango. It's nasalized. What is this, Cynthia? Rango is nasalized, right?
That's correct.
Rango. Yeah.
Oh.
So we call rango just for easy, how say, easiness. So and then we have head letter ra, superscript letter ra, and then we have root letter ka, and then we have ta, which means the ka attached to the ra, rango. And then here we have the result. Okay, so spell out ra, ka, ta, ka. Okay, ra, ka, ta becomes ka. Okay. So let's do here. Ra, ka, ta, ka. Okay. Ra, ka, ta, ka. Okay. Here is same column. Here we have head letter Ra and then Ta. Okay. Ra, Ta, Ta, Ta. Ra, Ta, Ta, Ta. Okay. And then here we have Ra, head letter, and then we have Sa. So Ra, Sa, Ta, Sa. Ra, Sa, Ta, Sa. Okay. The final is Ka, Ta, Sa. Okay. Remember from the first column, our alphabet, Ka, Cha, Ta, Pa, Sa. The sound is exact same, nothing different. Okay. Even we have here head letter, head letters, and then here we see we have head letter, superscript letter Ra, and then we have Ka, right? Ka. So Ra, Ka, Ta, Ka. Okay. Ra, Ka, Ta, Ka. Remember, we talked yesterday in the Ngunjuk, in the prefix. I already give you the sound, and then here is also I'm going to give you the same sound I give already. I'm going to give, but here I just short time ago I read in traditional way. So first, how is become Ga? First we read Ra, and then Ka, and then becomes Ga. So this is the traditional way is the like this. So here I'm going to give Ra, Ga, Ta, Ga. Okay, that is very easy. So let's do from this way. So Ra, Ga, Ta, Ga. Ra, Ga, Ta, Ga. Okay. Ra, Ja, Ta, Ja. Ra, Ja, Ta, Ja. And then we have Ta, and then we have Ra. Ra, Ta, Ta, Ta. Ra, Ta, Ta, Ta. Okay. And then we have Ra, Pa, Ta, Pa. Ra, Pa, Ta, Pa. Okay. And then we have Ra, and then we have Za because of small flag. So Ra, Za, Ta, Za. Ra, Za, Ta, Za. Okay. So here sound is final result is Ga, Ga, Ja, Ja, Da, Da, Ba, Ba, Za, Za. Okay. So let's go to third column. Is we have superscript letter Ra and then Nga. Ra, Nga, Ta, Nga. Ra, Nga, Ta, Nga. Ra, Nya, Ta, Nya. Ra, Nya, Ta, Nya. And then we have Na and Ra. Ra, Na, Ta, Na. Ra, Na, Ta, Na. Okay. And then we have Ra and Ma. Okay. Ra, Ma, Ta, Ma. Ra, Ma, Ta, Ma. Okay. So here the final result is nga, nga, nya, nya, na, na, ma, ma. Okay. So here you see here is ta is the ta and nga is very similar, but ta is more longer. The leg is longer and nga is very short. Okay. So let me read here without head letter ra, and there is nga. Okay, nga, and then with nga, nga, nga. Okay, you see big difference, right? And then we have without head letter nya, and then with nya, 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 nya. Okay, without, this is na, right? So without na, with na, na, na. Okay, without head letter ma, ma, with ma, ma. So here also with is ga, ga, and without kha, kha. With ja, ja, without cha, cha. Okay, with da, da, without tha, tha. With ba, ba, without pa, pa. With za, za, without za, za. This not so much different. Okay, no worry. This part is not so different. Okay, and then here nothing different. Just ka, ka. So the ka, ka, ta, ta, za, za. Okay, this doesn't affect. So yeah, here sound is I put like kind of like little bit dark rather than the red. That means the sound comes a little bit thick. Here you see ka, very sharp. Nga, see ka, nga, but this is more like ga, ga. So that's where just put the color is a little bit dark. That means the voice comes a little bit thick. Also, so we move to next. It's very similar. Everything is similar, just because of the head letter. All this because for the different spelling purpose. Okay. So this we call lango. Everything spell out, sound, same, nothing different except this one. Okay. So let's do one more spell out. So we have first we need la, and then we have a root letter ka, and then we need the ta. This is important, and then it comes the final sound. So let's do here la, this one, la, ka, ta, ka. Sorry, la, ka, ta, ka. Okay, ka. So la, ka, ta, ka. Okay, la, ka, ta, ka. Okay, and then we have cha and la. So la, cha, ta, cha. La, cha, ta, cha. And then we have la and ta, right? La ta ta ta. La ta ta ta. Okay. And then we have la and pa, the open one. La pa ta pa. La pa ta pa. Okay. Ka cha ta pa. Okay. Same as like we have our first column. Ka cha ta pa cha, right? There's no cha except that is exact same. And then we move to here. We have la and ka. So la ka ta ka. La ka ta ka. La ja ta ja. La ja ta ja. La ta ta ta. Or la ta ta ta. Okay. And then la pa ta ba. La pa ta ba. Okay. Ga ja da ba. Okay. And then we have la and nga. La nga ta nga. La nga ta nga. Nga. Okay. So it's exact same as the rango. Okay. Let me read once from this way from the row. Ka. Ka. Ga. Ga. Nga. Nga. Ja. 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 Ta. Ta. Da. Da. Pa. Pa. Ba. Ba. And then we have this one is a little different. We have la and then ha and then becomes ha. It's not exact la, it's not exact ha, kind of between this ha, ha. So your tongue should be touched to the upper palate. Right, Cynthia? Ha, right? Ha. So la, ha, ta, ha, ha. Okay. Have you heard like Lhasa? Lhasa? This is the spelling for the Lhasa. Okay. So this is la, ha, ta, and that becomes ha, ha. And then we move to next. Is we have head letter sa. We go sango, sango. Okay. It's also exact same, not different. Okay, let's do the spelling. We have sa, and then we have ka, and then we have ta, means to attach, and then the final result. Okay, let's do here. Sa, ka, ta, ka. Okay. Sa, ka, ta, ka. Sa, ka, ta, ka. Sa, ta, ta, ta. Sa, ta, ta, ta. Sa, we have pa here. Sa, pa, ta, pa. Sa, pa, ta, pa. And then sa, and we have za. Sa, za, ta, za. Sa, za, ta, za. Exact, the sound is same as our first column of the alphabet. Ka, ta, pa, za. Ka, ta, pa, za. Okay. Then we have here third column of the alphabet. Second column is no more. There's head letter for all of three head letters. Nothing. No. There's no head letters. Okay. So we have here third column. We have sa and the ka. Okay. Sa, ka, ta, ga. Sa, ka, ta, ga. Sa, ka, ta, ga. Okay. Ra, ja, ta, ja. Ra, ja, ta, ja. Okay. And then we have sa and ta. Okay. This is nga. Sa and nga is very short. And this is ta is little longer. Okay. So otherwise these two are very similar. So here this is ta. Okay. So we read sa, da, ta, da. Sa, da, da, da. Okay. And then we have sa and pa. Sa, ba, da, ba. Sa, ba, da, ba. Okay. And then we have, okay, this is ga, ga, ja, ja, da, da, ba, ba. And then we have fourth column is sa and nga. Sa, nga, ta, nga. Sa, nga, ta, nga. Sa, nya, ta, nya. Sa, nya, ta, nya. Sa, na, ta, na. Sa, na, ta, na. Sa, ma, ta, ma. Sa, ma, ta, ma. Okay. So, nga, nga, nya, 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 na, 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 ma, ma, ma. Okay. So let me read once all without spell out. Just the final result of the sound. Ka, ka, ga, ga, nga, nga, ja, ja, nya, nya, ta, ta, da, da, na, na, pa, pa, ba, ba, ma, ma, za, za. Yeah, and then here all these three head letters sound is very similar. How to spell out, everything is similar. And the one thing I want to say is because you will get practice with the other native speakers, other teachers, LIIs. So that they are also possible they read the spell out in the traditional way. Some of read, some of doesn't. So it's there can be. So otherwise you may be a little confused. So as we mentioned, because I give the sound from the beginning. So suppose this one, sa, nga, ta, nga. So I read like this way. And then some of teachers, they will read first sa, and then nga, and then nga. Okay. So keep this. Otherwise, my teacher says sa nga ta nga, and then this teacher say sa nga ta nga. So these two different is the because traditional way we have to read sa nga ta nga. Okay. sa, nya, ta, nya. Okay. Sa, nya, ta, nya. Sa, na, ta, na. Like this. And then sa, ma, ta, ma. Like this. So also this has a very reason because sa and then attached ma and then it becomes ma. Yeah. This is the reason why it becomes ma. But I give you from the beginning ma. So this is just easy for you. It doesn't mean I created this one. It's most of the Tibetans read like this. So ma, samata ma. From the beginning they read like this. So there are two ways of spell out. So either one is fine, you can do. But if it's, I found it's easy from the beginning. If you give the sound, it's easy for you. Yeah, and then superscript letter is this much, and then we have actually here some practice. Okay, can we do just once? Okay, so this is superscript letter la, and then this is ka, right? And then remember this is the suffix, and then this is big, and then this is tek, very important, tek, small dot, and then it's just one syllable. Okay, so let's do la, ka, ta, ka, nga, gang. It becomes gang. Okay, and then we have pa and shabju. Pa, shabju, pu. Final sound is pu, and then this becomes gang pu. Gang pu. If there's no this head letter, and then this is like kang pu, kang pu. Okay, and this is gang pu. Okay. And then we have gang pu means balloon, right?
That's right.
Balloon.
Balloon, yeah.
Oh, that's so. And we have a head letter ra, and then ka, and then suffix nga. Okay, ra, ka, ta, ka, nga, kang. Okay, first we read ra, and then ka, and then ta, and then nga. Okay, at one time. Okay, ra, ka, ta, ka, nga, kang. Okay, we have to finish the spell out. If you don't see the like dot in between this ka and nga, and then we have to finish. This is since this is one syllable. So ra, ka, ta, ka, nga, kang. Okay, and then this becomes kang, and then we have head letter here ra, and then we have cha. Okay, and then tingbo, and then sa, and then spell out. First we start from the ra. Ra, cha, ta, ja, tingbo, je, sa, je. Remember, sa is always umlaut and then produce long, little bit lengthen. So, je, gang je, gang je. Okay, gang je means footprint. And then we have head letter la, and then cha, and then nga, and then tek. Okay, let's do la, cha, ta, ja, nga, jang. Okay, la, cha, ta, ja, nga, jang. And then we have ka, second column, shabju, ka, shabju, ku. Ka, shabju, ku. And then becomes jangku. Jangku. Yeah, jangku means green. Actually, I should write green. Okay. And then we have sa and ka. And then shabju and then suffix ka. Okay. Sa ga da ga sha ju gu ka gu. Okay. Sa ga da ga sha ju gu ka gu. Okay. And then we have ra, naro, and the suffix ka, and then post suffix sa. Ra, na, ro, ka, sa, ro. Ro. And then this is guk, and this is ro, and then gukro. Gukro. Okay. Gukro means please wait. And then we have ra and ma and naro. And then same here. Ra, ma, ta, ma, naro, mo. Okay. Ra, ma, ta, ma, naro, mo. Mo, mo. Mo, mo. Okay. And then we have Cynthia la.
La.
Typing?
Mo. Ning.
Cynthia.
Sorry.
Okay. Okay.
Sorry, I was typing something. I got distracted.
And then we have ra and nya, kiku, nga, pa. Okay. Ra, nya, ta, nya, kiku, ning, nga, ning, pa. Ning, pa. Ning, pa. Okay. And then we have here ra and za. Okay. And then we have ma, ra, za, ta, za, ma, zama, zama. Okay. And then we have this one is a little difficult. We have la and ha, and then becomes ha. Okay. La, ha, ta, ha, and then sa, ha, sa, ha, sa. Okay. And then we have sa and pa. Okay. Sa, ba, ta, ba. And then we have ka, shabju, suffix ka. Ka, shabju, ku, ka, ku. Ku. Together, baku. Baku. Okay. Baku. And then we have la and ta. Okay. This is not nga. It's a little longer. Nga is something like this. From here cut. And then we have, this is ta. So la, ta, 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 ki, gu, ding, nga, ding. Okay. We have to read at once since there's no dot between ta and nga. So la, ta, 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 ki, gu, ding, nga, ding. And then we have cha, ding, cha, ding, cha. Okay. And then we have na, ra, na, ta, na. And then this is ka, shabju, ka. Okay. Ka, shabju, ku, ka, ku. Ku. Naku. Naku. Okay. Naku means nose. And then we have here sa and ka and naro. Sa, ga, da, ga, naro, go. And then we have dot here, and then we have nga, gonga, gonga. Okay. Gonga means eggs, right?
That's right.
So, and then we have nga with head letter. Ra, nga, ta, nga. Ra, nga, ta, nga. And then ma, naro, mo, nga, mong, mong, ngamong, ngamong. Ngamong means camel. Wasn't there?
That's right.
Oh, okay. And then we have ra and za and tingbo. Ratsata sa dingbo se. And then we see a dot here. Se. And then ma naro mo. Mo. Semo. Semo. Okay. So this is how you spell out. Okay. Just let me read without spell out. Okay. 2 times each. Okay. Gangpu. Gangpu. Gangje. 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 Jiangku. Jiangku. Gugro. 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 Momo. Momo. Ningba. Ningba. Zama. Zama. Hasa. Hasa. Baku. Baku. Dingcha. Dingcha. Naku. Naku. Gonga. Gonga. Ngamong. Ngamong. Semo. Semo. Yeah, this much.
Thank you again, La. It's very clear. So just to quickly summarize what we've seen today in just a couple of minutes. So if you notice, there is really a logic to the prefixes that we studied yesterday and to the head letters that we have studied just now together. So the rules are exactly the same. The third column loses aspiration, and the fourth column becomes high tone. And the letters in the first column that take either a prefix or a head letter don't get affected by sound, because those are the male letters that always have to be said with effort, if you recall. So those are the rules. That's what happens with the head letters. And just keep in mind the way that we are actually pronouncing the reading aloud, the jorlok. That'll be really important so that you don't forget words such as the ok and the tak. And then in tomorrow's lesson, we are going to teach you part of the dokchen, which are the subscript letters that come underneath. So those we will introduce tomorrow. There are 4 of them. So we are going to have 2 different segments of video so that you can have plenty of time to really integrate them fully. So remember to write any questions down if you have anything that wasn't clear, that you didn't understand, that you need us to repeat, and we will be able to answer those in our live lessons. So good luck with everything. I hope that learning is going well, memorizing is going well, and that you're learning how to write as well. And in the meantime, I want to say Tashidele and thank you very much, and see you again very soon. And thank you again, La, very much for today's lecture.
Hola, so Tujiche, thank you. See you again.
Jeon.
That's all.